Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
New this morning, we're hoping to learn more about an incident in western Sioux Falls overnight. Our KELOLAND news crew was able to capture this video outside of the Mallard Cove Apartments on West 6th Street. Our crew saw an ambulance followed by a police car leaving the scene.
Sioux Falls Police Chief John Toom was also on scene. We hope to learn more at this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. A 21-year-old Sioux Falls man is waking up behind bars this morning, accused in 2 separate armed robberies. Police arrested Samuel Roberts Wednesday night shortly after a robbery near 41st Street and Sertoma Avenue.
In that case, police say Roberts entered the business wearing a ski mask, indicated he had a gun, and demanded money. After his arrest, investigators found that he matched a description in a similar robbery on Tuesday night.
We got great information on these pretty serious crimes.
Roberts is charged with 2 counts of first-degree robbery. He also faces a weapons charge because police found a gun in his possession. Investigators say the crash where South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg hit and killed Joe Beaver could have been prevented. Newly released documents from the investigation state Ravnsborg's car crossed the rumble strip with the right and left side tires for an unknown reason.
Investigators say if he hadn't been driving on the shoulder, the crash would not have happened. That is just part of the hundreds of files released by the state this week. You can find out what else our reporters found in the documents right here on KELOLAND.com.
Turning to weather now with meteorologist Scott Munn. Some moisture out there this morning, Scott.
Yeah, nice to see that at KELOLAND Live Doppler HD. You can always check that while you're here online, showing the moisture across western South Dakota. Falling in the form of both rain and snow. Snow mainly for the higher elevations of the hills. This will move west to east as we do go through the day today. We'll start with sunshine, eastern, southeastern KELOLAND, but you know what? That'll probably change as we go through the late morning hours and into the afternoon with an increase in cloud cover. You see how things are slowly trying to move to the east across western South Dakota. As our numbers today will hit the 40s and 50s. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. SDSU students have been preparing for months for this year's Little International.
KELOLAND's Ariana Schumacher joins us now from Brookings with a look at the event. Good morning, Ariana.
The SDSU Animal Science Arena is prepped and ready to go for this year's Little International. 144 students are on staff this year and have been working for months to get the event prepared. They're excited to be able to welcome visitors back to the Green Chips for the first time at full capacity for 3 years. Reporting in Brookings, Ariana Schumacher, KELOLAND News.
Thank you, Ariana. A new restaurant is set to open in a downtown Sioux Falls Taproom's kitchen. Wagyu Burger will open in the downtown Fernson kitchen at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
The restaurant will be serving local beef. In tonight's Your Money Matters, we'll give you a look inside. Starting today, you can try some unique dishes created by 11 Sioux Falls restaurants. It's part of Downtown Restaurant Week. The event runs from today through April 9th.
The menu items will only be available during the event. You can find a full list of participating restaurants on KELOLAND.com.
In just under 2 weeks, Sioux Falls residents will head to the polls for the city election. One of the races they will decide will be for the city's mayor. Next week, KELOLAND News will host a debate with the 3 mayoral candidates.
You'll hear from incumbent Paul Tenhaken and challengers Tunisia Islam and David Zakaitis on Tuesday, April 5th, starting at 8 p.m. Central Time right here on KELOLAND Television. If there's something you'd like to ask, all you need to do is send an email to candidatequestions@KELOLAND.com and you may see it on the air. For the first time ever, the SDSU women are heading to the WNIT championship game. Thursday night, the Jackrabbits met UCLA inside a sold-out Frost Arena. The Bruins had an opportunity to tie the game in the closing seconds, but the shot came up just short, with SDSU winning in thrilling fashion, 62-59.
The Jacks will host the WNIT championship tomorrow. They will take on Seton Hall Pirates, who beat Middle Tennessee on the road to advance. Tip-off is set for 2 p.m. and will air on CBS Sports Network. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today. Well, a couple highlights I wanted to bring up here. By the end of the day here, rain or precipitation totals should range from 1000s to 2500s in this zone from Rapid City and then extending toward Pierre. And then we're going to kind of take that out and progress it toward Huron and Watertown. That seems to be the most favorable area for the best forcing along this frontal boundary. Now, you can see that opportunity for a clap of thunder in this highlighted, I circled here with the telestrator there in the yellow. That's north central and extreme northeast South Dakota. Sioux Falls, yeah, we have some showers. I'm not looking at any blockbuster amounts, probably under a tenth of an inch or under even 500ths in some of these locations. Now, we do expect weekend, some more interesting items. We'll get to that in a second. Let's go through the progression here with Futurecast, the hourly numbers there. Where we're getting the moisture at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to see the hourly temperatures down a lot, probably tugged down in the 30s. Then you see how things out in the north central kind of perk back up again, and that's why we flare up those thunder showers, or at least a clap of thunder. Sioux Falls will be in that shroud of showers by late afternoon, and then we'll clear that out here, I think, by daybreak tomorrow morning. 50s on Saturday. Looks good to be outside. I'm okay with this, with 50-degree weather commonplace. And then on Sunday, well, we get some rain. Do we get some snow with this? Well, that's the jury's still out on that. How much do we have to put in the forecast? I'll tell you, from a moisture perspective, we'll take it. You know, it's good to get some wet snow in April, but it's something that if you're, keeping an eye on travel weather, Sunday afternoon could present some heavy wet snowflakes mixed in with that rain, and a lot of that will be north of Sioux Falls. So we'll give you more details as we get into the weekend here. Let's jump to the forecast today. 52 Sioux Falls, 53 in Phillip. Of course, your weather forecast for next week stays in the 50s too, and then maybe more chances of rain by the time we get to Tuesday. It's kind of nice to talk about active conditions as we kick off the new month. Aberdeen, likewise, another system rolls into the plains by Tuesday. That might even linger Wednesday, Thursday if we cut that area of low pressure off from the main jet stream. So that can give us some more opportunities for measurable precipitation. Pierre and Rapid City are in the same boat. You might climb to 60 or better early next week. Find out more about the forecast online at KELOLAND.com and have a great weekend.